What is going on to you, Virgo? So you have the Judgment, the Chariot, the Queen of Wands, the Star, the Queen of Swords, the Strength, the King of Cups, the Three of Pentacles, Page of Cups, and last but not least, you Virgos have the Nine of Wands. So what's going on with you Virgos is the Judgment, the Chariot, the Queen of Wands. Yeah, pretty much all of that. People trying to prejudge you, be very judgmental of you. A lot of that stuff is pretty much going out of the window. Now, a lot of you Virgos are starting to become people that normally want to have around, because before, people spent so much time trying to act like they didn't really want you around. And now when it comes to you Virgos, generally speaking, even though it was kept as a well-kept secret that people secretly liked you, remember, Virgo is a zodiac sign of getting blamed, getting kind of the opposite treatment of what it is that a lot of the times that they really deserve, they really should have. So even though people liked you on the low, overtly, right? People in the streets, as you're getting to know them, they acted like they didn't respect you. They didn't like you. They didn't even want you around. And all of that is changing now, because now you're going from that to this, the Star and the Queen of Swords. If people don't really want you to be around, a lot of you Virgos don't care to be around those types of people. You just won't really be around them. The Star card, you're hoping to essentially meet people who are like-minded like you anyway. So it doesn't really matter what the vast majority of really people think anyway. And the Queen of Swords now, the Queen of Swords, the Queen of Swords, the Strength, and the King of Cups represents. And because of this, a lot of people can't really handle this, because now the shoe is on the other foot, where you Virgos actually get a chance to really pick and choose the type of, because of the fact that a lot of you Virgos are stepping your game up, you get a chance to actually now have a lot of people being interested in you. But a lot of you Virgos are like, I'm going to go ahead and not just pick, but a lot of you Virgos are picking using your third eye, in the sense of you're going into every single situation with both eyes open. You will pay attention to not only what it is that the person is saying, but what they do and their surroundings. So if their surroundings is raggedy, you're going to be paying attention to that. And then you're going to judge them as a whole, or you should judge them as a whole. Don't just judge a person based upon one particular thing. Pay attention to what Virgos do, right? Naturally, pay attention to what you Virgos do. Details. Pay attention to details, and then you'll be able to judge a person as a whole based upon their overall value of what they said and what it is that they've done. And this is the way that a lot of you Virgos are interacting with people. And the King of Cups represents a lot of people are, a lot of people don't necessarily like it, because they wanted to be able to, they wanted you Virgos to not actually have any kind of self-worth, so that you can devalue yourselves internally, so that you can offer them what it is that they want from you without having to actually demand or want anything from them. So it's kind of like how they wanted you Virgos to devalue yourselves, because you give so much to the table, you bring so much to the table over the course of time. They really didn't want you to have any kind of self-respect, so that way it's like, okay, they can get whatever it is that you're offering half price, as opposed to them expecting anything from you. So now the Three of Pentacles represents, and a lot of people don't like it, because now they're going to have to actually offer more than what it is that they were offering. Before, it was all about, well, you know, they thought that you Virgos would just be okay with whatever it is that they give you. And unfortunate for them, but very fortunate for you, the tides are changing, because now a lot of you Virgos are starting to understand your own value. It's not just about what people want to give you. It's about what it is that you say yes and no to. So if you say yes to a raw deal, a terrible deal where people just want to offer you anything as you're getting to know them romantically, but they're treating you like trash, that's really not a real good thing. The Page of Cups now represents, so as a result of this, a lot of you Virgos really need to understand, though, that try not to be delusional when it comes to judging people super, super harshly. More so just interact with people, feel them out. And if you realize through observation, the things that they say, the interactions that you have with them, if they're really not on point, then you know that those people really shouldn't be around you. So don't allow them to really be around you, right? Once you've observed through a panoramic view of looking at them that those people are not very valuable, don't have those people around you for a million years and give them space for them to betray you, right? So now the Nine of Wands is about how, and now that a lot of you Virgos have this newfound level of self-respect, a lot of people are not going to be able to take that because they're worried at the fact that now that you demand more, it's out of their reach of what it is that they can give, because they spent so much time being dysfunctional and discombobulated and all over the place, to the point where now you Virgos are like, hey, this is what it is that I want. A lot of them know that they're not going to be able to actually give that, because because of the entitlement and the exploitative mentality. They want you to give them whatever it is that you are offering, right? And they enjoy that thoroughly and they love that. But they don't want you Virgos to actually start judging them the way that you do. Because when you do judge them, they know good and well that it's going to be the truth more than likely. So let's clarify the King of Cups. Matter of fact, let's clarify the Strength. So to clarify the Strength, we have the Tower, the Death card. Both of those are Scorpio energy, by the way. The Nine of Swords, and then you have the King of Cups. So this is more so about how a lot of you Virgos, well, it really represents them, and it represents how a lot of people's worlds are ending. Because remember, Virgo is the zodiac sign of sadomasochism. Virgo, right? Virgo and Pisces, that axis. But then it spreads into the other zodiac signs, unfortunately, right? It's just what we're born with. It's just what, as Virgos, we're born with. I'm a Virgo with a Pisces ascendant. It's just what it is that we're born with. So, and then it gets adopted by Scorpio and Gemini in particular. So a lot of people's worlds are ending due to the fact that you're the one ending it. You know what I mean? You Virgos are the one that is like basically Thanos in it, snapping it out of reality, because it's not real in actuality. It's real. Their delusions of what they want from you to give them and how they're treating you is just that. It's an illusion. It's a delusion. And now they really don't know what to do with it. They really don't know how to handle it. Now that you Virgos are not being overconfident, you Virgos are just stating facts. You have brought so much into people's lives, and now it's time for people to start giving back. If they want you around, I ain't gonna say owed, but if they want you around, they're gonna have to give something. The Nine of Swords and the King of Cups is about how, and again, this is what got a lot of people's heads up, all caught up, because of the fact that they're so busy worried about, they never actually were preparing for a day where you Virgos would actually want something else in exchange. So the King of Cups is, even though they look confident on the outside, most people are really not rocking with you Virgos because they're too scared.